Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last we left off, my voice was dying, so I took a 1 hour break and now I'm back. And we also we talked to Mr. Marshall just outside and explored his whole place. Now we are going to go over and have a nice little chat with Mr. Edgeworth as we just realized from Detective Gumshoe he was in here on the day of the murder. Not at the time, but at the day of the murder. I don't know how to... There we go, move. No, I lost my mouth. My mouth. Wow, if I lost my mouth, I can't be doing Let's Plays. No, I lost my mouse. Yeesh. Anyway, get out of my way. Okay. Into the underground parking lot so we can get to the goddamn office. Oh, excuse me. Edgeworth, are you in here? Oh god, him! Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by a window, a teacup in his hand. By the window, yeesh. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry. I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing's really taking a toll on him. For a French restaurant. No, it was they'll be on the other side. Oh, whatever. Anyway. That's funny. Anyway. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Great, my allergies are acting up. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, let's go. Yes, apparently there were some who believed that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again. Again? I've heard him say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Well, clearly I had to present something to you because I ran out of things to do. Oh yes, yeah, duh. This. Hello? Oh, right, I'd better check this out now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go, by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. Guess I better make a note of it. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth, brought back to the office. Let's see before I continue on. Oh, it has its own little section. Anyway, AI-16. The tag says AI-16. What's that gotta do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, apparently it's not even a murder weapon. There's no blood. It just says AI-16. Whee! Going around in a circle, ring around the road. Okay, that's enough. Sorry, I couldn't help myself there. I could not help myself. Oh god, I'm sorry. Anyway. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Alright guys, sorry about that. Excuse me. I had to go and, stab a pig, like, millions of times. Okay, that sounds creepy, but what I really did was, you know, those like, slabs of pork belly, and for those of you that know Chinese cuisine, there's that roasted pork belly with the crunchy skin. That's what I'm going to be making tomorrow, and, I forgot I needed to be punching holes in the skin to make it crispy, so, yeah. Now my arm is tired, and Edgeworth has been waiting here very patiently. For you guys, it's probably just like no more than 2 seconds. But anyway, let's go. I think what I presented to him earlier was, it was this, right? I really don't remember. Oh, right. Yeah, I did. I remember. And then I got that. And let me go show him this thingy. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him the best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. Yeah, I don't know what is the best evidence. The jar. No. Again, I'm lost. This sucks. The knife. Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry. I was skipping over like, oh, okay, nope. Okay, yeah, let's not do that again. Anyway, calm it down. Okay. It all has to do with that case you... that is not Edgeworth. It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion that you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. That I conveniently skipped over like the first 2 points of dialogue, but whatever. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. Huh. He was a top officer, and it was my first time walking with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth. What I want to know is why was the Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not! I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminal testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? I mean, we're the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... no need to thank me. Here, now take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprint analysis. Well, let's get going! One last investigation! Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Ah, I see what you're saying. And I remember it clearly. There was a bloody... I don't want options. There was a bloody handprint somewhere in the evidence room. Oh, Angel Star's not here. Well, that's fine. Bye! I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Anyway. The guard station. And, oh! Wow, everyone is gone. Everyone's like gone to lunch break, apparently. The evidence room. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here! In this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's just choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at first glance. Oh, quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Can I choose this? Because it's very clearly here, besides the blood. Oh, I need to enter it. Oh, I can't. Okay, duh. I actually have to choose a fingerprint. Let's choose this. That seems clear. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around like so. Well, how do you do that? Well, with this obligatory fourth wall breakage. See? It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. And how do I do that? Well, you just pucker your lips and blow. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some time getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Just make sure you don't treat it like cocaine and snort it up your nose. It'll really irritate your sinuses. So, anyway, those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in. Anyway, oh. Okay, I have to do this manually, but I have... The fingerprint is usually towards the middle, so... Let's just use up our entire stock of aluminum powder on this one fingerprint. And then E. Here you go. Ah, you did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint, Emma. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. Well, what's it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Oh, hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Well, looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are other fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yeah, it's this. I saw that so clearly. And then we go tappity tappity tap, tappity tap, tap. Is this enough? Apparently that's not enough. Even though we can clearly see a fingerprint. Are you kidding me? We need more. Oh my god. I don't know if this game's just doing this to piss me off or what. Jesus. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? Jeez, this is a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Well, how am I supposed to know who it was? Well, I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprint would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Well, remember he said that. Well, remember that. Where are you? That Gumshoe made a big stink saying that. Make sure to tell them I'm innocent. Anyway, I say it's Gumshoe. There we go. Haha! These prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came in with nothing this time. But there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy, Emma. Wait a minute. If I'm remembering right, I think there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Exactly. So this came up nothing. But right here. This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, you want to try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Yeah, I think we actually should. A bloody handprint way far away from the scene of the crime. In comparison to the small room. Okay, let's check for prints. That's a spirit! Oh, but I do have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Oh, don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. So prints other than the bloody hand. Well, it makes sense. I mean, if you were thinking all you do is just wipe away the bloody part and it's fine, you wouldn't, especially if you're in a panic, you're not gonna be doing a whole wide swipe clean. So, judging by the handprints, I would say there's a print here. Okay, Gotta continually tap just to put the... Can't we just dump the entire container of aluminum powder? Jesus. Once this is done, I'm gonna eat some dinner, have some ice cream, and call it a day. For those of you that don't know, I have a severe sweet tooth. Yeah, believe it or not, I am not fat. I am just 115 pounds soaking wet. And I have a severe sweet tooth and a bottomless pit for a stomach. I am not kidding. Anyway. It's not clear enough yet. Oh my god. This game really knows how to piss you off sometimes. There you go. I really don't know who this belongs to, though. I truly don't. Well, let's think of it this way. Who would have access to the, whatchamacallit? To this room? Officer Meekins obviously does. Hello? But for the love of God, I had to do it this way. That's not his fingerprint. Could be Detective Goodman. No, it's not him. It ain't Gumshoe, we already figured that out. Could it be Jake Marshall? Remember, he's the security guard for the room, so he has every right to go inside as well. Just a preliminary check, but it seems to check so far. So he left the bloody... Joy to the world. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The aluminum reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Well, believe it, sister, because this is over. This investigation is done. I will see you guys on the next episode where we will learn why the heck Jake Marshall had bloody fingerprints on. Until then, I will see you guys on the next episode, which I just already said, but whatever. Later, people.